Falling on your feet, do you finally see what you're missing?
Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a try-on video, but I will also give you speed reviews about the products that I'm using. So I hope that you enjoy this type of voiceover content, and also this video is recorded in 4K. And because I always forget to say, if you enjoy this type of content and you are new here, I hope you'll subscribe before you leave. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I have started by prepping my skin using this Clarins or Clarins Instant Smooth Primer. I have had a sample before and I really enjoyed it, so I went for the full deal. You can see it leaves my skin smooth and ready to apply my makeup, and it has a spatula which I appreciate, and also the red packaging is absolutely gorgeous. Now, between this one and the Tarte Smoothing Primer, this is not that pore minimizing. It's more on the smoothing side while filling the pores, compared to the Tarte one that is more filling the pores. But I do love it. For the foundation, I'm using the most recent purchase, the Mercier Real Flawless Foundation in the shade Chiffon. If you see the focus struggle, because as I mentioned, I recorded in 4K. Well, after 3 years, I discovered that my camera has this setup, and I went for it without testing it. Smart! So please excuse the slight out of focus scenes you are going to see throughout this video. To apply the foundation, I am using the Sonia G Jumbo Base Brush, which I mostly like to use for cream products, but I wanted to see how it performs today with this lovely foundation. As you can tell, it absorbs the product a bit, so I had to build it up. Returning to Laura Mercier foundation, I can tell you I have used it several times and I absolutely love it. It is amazing. It feels weightless, it doesn't oxidize, it's long lasting. In a word, it's one of my dreams foundation. I am very happy with the purchase and with the shade. Then I went with my reference sponge, which I probably should have replaced, but I can't part ways with it because I only have one backup, so I love it so much and it's still holding up, so we are still staying together for the moment. Next product is another one I recently purchased from Cult Beauty, the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Light Concealer in Buttercup, and it's another success purchase. Very lovely concealer, does not settle into my fine lines and doesn't look cakey, meanwhile offers a medium coverage. It lasts all day and it looks good after 12 hours of wear. I can vouch for this because today when I record this voiceover, I had it on while I went to the office and it looks still decent after 12 hours. The shade is also a good match for me. Okay, while applying I realized I forgot to bring my favorite brush for applying the concealer, the BK Beauty A506, so there we go. This brush is amazing. I recently purchased a backup because this is what I do when I love something very much. To set the concealer, I use this powder from Catrice, which I have it in my stash for a long time and I didn't know how amazing it is for this purpose. And it's also waterproof as an added bonus. Good combination powder, concealer and brush, but I also use it on the areas where I want my foundation last. The brush is also by Sonia G and is the Mini Cheek brush. Okay, the Creme bronzer is a product I bought in December last year from Cult Beauty. This is the Saie Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer in light bronze, but I never use it on camera even though I use it a lot in my day-to-day life. When Jessica Brown said it's foolproof, she was damn right. This is the most foolproof, natural / amazing looking bronzer. It is so creamy and it applies like a dream. It never looks patchy, no matter how much you will try. You do get a lot of product with this sucker. It has 30 grams and the only thing I regret is I didn't get another shade because this one is a tad lighter during summer. This is the Westman Atelier Baby Cheek blush stick in the shade Do. I have no secret that I'm in love with this brand and their cream products. The brush I use is by Chiffon. Okay, this shade of blush is so amazing looking. It's a tad pigmented, but it blends like a dream. Also, I love the magnetic closure, but I got in trouble because of that. Several times my Westman Atelier stick rejected because of the strong magnets, and they felt off my vanity. Be careful how you store them. If you have more than 3 products, don't put them together. To set my face, I use the one and only Wet n Wild Photofocus loose setting powder in translucent, which is still the best setting powder I ever met for setting and keeping the face not looking greasy, and this powder never looks cakey. This brush is new. I got it from Elf a while ago and never use it, but it's great and I can tell we are going to become good friends. I decided to do my brows out camera, and I also decided to apply my eyeshadow primer meanwhile, because I have used those products all the time, so there is nothing new to show you. And voila! The face looks better with brows on. Now to set the deal, we're applying this setting spray by Elf, which has the most amazing sprayer, going to the eye makeup. I have this new for me Natasha Denona mini retro palette, but I also want to use on camera my Revlon Colorstay cream shadows, and probably I'm going to use the help of my all-time favorite Natasha Denona mini nude palette. Speaking of Revlon, I decided to use this pink shade, which is called Cherry Blossom, with a Sonia G builder brush from the Eye Fusion set. This is a dual fiber brush, and it's very good for applying any type of cream or liquid shadow. These eye pots are coming with a tiny brush, which is very useful, especially when you are traveling. The formula is amazing. It lasts all day and it's waterproof. In this case, I use it as a base, but you can totally wear it alone and it won't budge. Using this fluffy number 15 brush from Refre, I am going to dip it into the shade Industrial from the Mini Retro palette. This is a dusty rose matte shade, ideal to blend for the transition, but I did not expect it to be that pigmented. Next, using a BK Beauty 210 brush, I am adding the shade 60s to my outer V area. This is a small pencil brush, very precise with the shadow application. But in order to further blend, I reached for its bigger pencil sister, the BK Beauty 207, which is probably one of my most favorite BK brushes. And later, I dragged what was left to that brush to my lower lash line. Using the Industrial shade with a BK Beauty 211 brush, I'm adding that to the lower lash as well to create a gradient effect. This small fluffy brush, it's a smaller sister of their, I believe, 201 brush, and it's very good for diffusing shadows in smaller areas. Next, I am taking another BK brush. This is 209. It's a small flat brush, and I use that to pack the shade Galaxia, which is a gorgeous pink shimmery shade. So I add that in the top of the Revlon Creme shadow. Flipping the same brush to the clean side, I am now taking the shade Vintage Taupe and I add it to the outer part of the lid. I love the color combination I have on my lid. I never had pink and taupey silver, both simultaneously on the lid. Live and learn, Julia. Guys, I'm sick of this NYX Epic liner. Don't get me wrong, it's good, too good, but I want to use it up so I can move on to another liquid liner because I have plenty of my stash. But the damn thing don't want to finish. It's always juicy and never ending, but I love it because it's matte, does not smudge, lasts all day, and I love how easy it's to apply. For a brush liner lover, this is the thing. When I do my liner, I always start with the wings to get them somehow symmetrical, and then I move on towards the interior of my eyes. I don't understand why I postponed the mascara application and I moved to the bronzer, but I used my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in medium and the Sonia G bronzer brush that are a match made in heaven when it comes to flawlessly applying bronzer to your face. Then I grabbed this M Cosmetics blush I received in one of my mystery bags I recently unboxed on my channel. This is the Heaven's Glow Radiant Veil Blush in the shade Persimmon, and it's an orange shimmery blush that doesn't work with the Westman Atelier pink blush I previously applied. But I had no plans to go anywhere for that day, so what a world! Let's try it! I will tell you upfront, this shade is not for me, but I will keep using it and mixing it with other shades because I do not have many M Cosmetics products. Next, I'm curling my lashes using the amazing Revlon eyelash curler. I want to try the one from Shiseido, but accepting the fact that it's always out of stock, I honestly don't think it's better than the Revlon one. And just as an FYI, both are made in Japan, probably on the same factory. I am now using my new favorite mascara by M Cosmetics, which I can tell it's a tubing formula. Now my lashes are slightly becoming sparser, as this is a normal process, especially for me during this time of year. So I still get a lot of volume and length from this mascara, plus the formula does not smudge at all. I got caught up in the rain and it survived, so yay! For highlighter, I revisited an old friend, the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in Spotlight, and I love applying this with a sponge because it gives a more diffused luminosity. Moving to the lips, I am first using this Too Faced Lip Injection lip pencil in the shade Puffy Nude, that it's an automatical lip liner. And be careful how much product you dispense because you cannot retract it back. This formula is no joke, guys. It stings like anything else and the feeling stays for a good while, but it also plumps your lips. It's very long lasting and the color, even it's a bit neutral for my lips, I can tell it looks great, especially when I use on top the Charlotte Tilbury gloss, which is my favorite lip combo at the moment. But for today's video, I first went with this Pat McGrath Satin Allure lipstick in the shade Veiled Rose. What a beautiful packaging, I just adore it, and also the shade is gorgeous. And then I add on the top the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Luster Pillow Talk. I love so much this gloss that I went and ordered another shade. The formula is amazing, it's very long lasting, does not move, and it's not sticky. Meanwhile, it does hydrate my lips. I am not a glossy person or a gloss person, but this one has won my heart. But yeah, this is it. This is my get ready with me / speed reviews using all those new products, but also a few of old staples in my stash. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did so, don't forget to leave a comment and tell me what was your favorite product of today's video. Thank you guys for watching. And until next time, do not forget that the most beautiful makeup is your own smile. Bye!